Hey there, guys. Welcome back. We're going to be doing another whiskey review this time around, and this time it's going to be a special collaboration with Jamison here. You might know him better as Tantrum777 before he changed his name on YouTube. And very good beer and whiskey reviewer, and he came up with this idea for a collaboration. Might be the very first live whiskey collaboration on YouTube, live recorded anyway over Skype. Yeah. We're going to be doing a nice big single malt Dalwhinnie 15 today, and it is 43% alcohol by volume, 86 proof, and apparently the highest elevation for a distillery in the region, but that is disputed by another one though. But yeah, anyway, we're going to get into it here. We're going to smell. We're going to taste. We've already got our whiskeys poured. Just to let it sit out for a little while, and
we're going to breathe a little bit.
Yep, and we're going to let you guys know what we think of it. So we're going to get right into it right now, guys.
All right. Well, the appearance, it looks just like a straight up gold color to me.
Yeah, pretty much gold. Maybe even like you mentioned off camera, light. Honey kind of color, but yeah, pretty much golden.
Yep, just small little beads of legs on the glass.
Yeah, it's like nice and syrupy at the edges, and it tends to bead after a while. Looks pretty good. So yeah, not much more to say about it other than that. I guess we should go right to the aroma.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, the first thing I get is an intense honey, citrus specifically.
Yeah, I guess it has a nickname, or it's known as, like some people call it, the honeyed malt, and I can see why. It does have a very distinct honey aroma. It's not cloying at all or anything. It's not too sweet, and there is a citric quality to it backing it up. I personally think it's somewhere on the lemony side.
Yeah, definitely agree with lemon, for sure. And I get a little bit of like an orange peel in there as well.
And other than that, mostly what I get in the end is just a little whiff of smoke. I mean, it even says on the box here something about it's a delicately smoky malt, and yeah, that's pretty delicate in the aroma at least.
Yeah, it's.
But still,
it's hidden in the background, definitely, but there is just a touch of peat, just to give it some more complexity. But I mean, it's not too complex of a Scotch. You know, it's got some pretty, really nice, aromas going on there, and the alcohol is pretty well masked as well, I would say, on the nose.
Yeah.
I just get a little touch of, vanilla as well in there, but that's pretty much all I get.
Yeah, it's pretty simple and to the point, really. It's just a very well put together, simple kind of nose. Just smells really good.
Yeah. Even
for a guy like me who doesn't particularly like sweet aromas on the nose, this still smells really good. I like that. So.
Yeah, I think the sweetness is balanced with that citrus note in there, and also maybe a little bit of balance coming with that touch of peat. So
yeah. All right, so I guess we should go right to the taste.
Yeah,
cheers.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Getting more of that honey right up front, like just straight up.
Yeah.
And again, it's not cloying at all. It's very nice. I'm getting a little bit of warmth in the back.
Yeah, I get the honey right up front. A pretty intense honey. It's like concentrated honey almost, and it's got this nice citrus note to it. Lemony, orange rind, and then you're getting in the background some of that peat. Although I would say that the peat is a little bit more forward on the taste than it is on the smell.
It is. You're right. Again, it starts out very much with that, like you said, concentrated honey taste right up front, pretty big. And it sort of just glides into like a lemony kind of citric quality, and yeah, there is a lot more smokiness. Like it's still not a big PD note. Like anyone going into this, if you've had anything from Isla, don't expect this to compare in any way, shape, or form, right? But there is a nice little note in the back. I get that more than anything else than like say wood or vanilla, like you might usually get from something like this, and it works well, pretty good together, I think.
Yeah, it does. I would say that they're using almost exclusively ex-bourbon casks here. I don't get like any sherry notes in there, and I think it does have like a touch of vanilla right up front, but kind of like helps with that sweetness that you get from the honey. But pretty much just that citrus honey and that peat in there. But it's a nice dram. It's very enjoyable to drink. It's smooth, and
yeah, incredibly smooth. Like no alcohol at all. I'm getting a little bit of warmth going down, but it's not like you're getting any sort of sting of alcohol. You're not getting like a big burn or anything. It's not a hot whiskey at all because it's only 43%, so you wouldn't expect really. But yeah, it's in a way it's very simple and basic. It's very mild and smooth, easy to drink, and I think that's probably the idea here. I have no complaints with it really, except for the price point. I think that might be a bit of an issue. I mean, I can get some really good whiskeys from Isla for like $20 cheaper than what I paid for this, and and so like personally, I probably would not buy this again just on that basis because I like my peaty stuff anyway more than this, and I can get that for cheaper. So it's something people should keep in mind when they're buying.
Yeah, I don't have too much to complain about either. It looks like they're using natural color. I mean, for a 15-year-old, it's not too dark at all. And the price, I think, there are some cheaper Islas out there, but for a 15-year-old whiskey, it's priced fairly well, I would say. So, I mean, I don't know what you paid and what the contrast is, but I paid $60 for this, and you can go buy an Ardbeg 10-year-old for $52 right where I'm at. So, I mean, it's pretty well priced, I would say, at least here in the States.
Yeah, because of the difference in price in Canada, for example, I guess maybe it seems a bit more egregious to me because I paid $89.99 for mine, so that right there would be the death knell of a repeat buy for me personally. Like I'd just go back and pay $72 for my Lefroy quarter cask or something like that, and I'd enjoy it a lot more personally. There's nothing wrong with this whiskey at all. It's just not me personally. It's not the sort of flavor profile I'm really all that into. But I can still recognize it's a very well done whiskey. It's a very good one for people who don't want big, bold, aggressive whiskeys, I think. I mean, if they don't mind stepping up the price and paying for the extra quality, it's actually a very good like introduction to good scotches. Like if you're wanting to step up from the Johnny Walkers and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. Okay, guys, we're back, and we've just been sipping on this a little bit and talking about it, and I think we're kind of in agreement on it. Lee, what do you think about this fine 15-year-old single malt?
I think it's like there's no doubt about it that it's a well put together whiskey. It's well made. It does exactly what it's intending to do, and it's intending to be like a nice, smooth, incredibly easy to get into Scotch. Very easy to drink. Personally, the only things I don't like about it have more to do with my personal preferences in whiskey. I want something a bit more aggressive. I want something a bit more bold. I want more peat flavors. That being said, someone getting into this might like it a lot better than me. If you're into smoother whiskeys, like we said before, if you've been starting out with like blended scotches and stuff that are really smooth, and you want to get into a real single malt, this is perfect for you. If you're only familiar with like Canadian whiskeys like Crown Royal or something along those lines that are very, very smooth, this will not be a big slap in the face for you, your first venture in Scotch. So on that alone, it's a recommended Scotch for me. This time out, I'm going to give a letter grade. I would probably, just for the quality alone for this, I'd probably give it like a B+. It is not complex enough where I would go anywhere near an A, but B+ I think would probably be pretty good. So it's a recommended Scotch. I like it.
Yeah, I agree with you on a lot of points there. I mean, this is one of those whiskeys that if you are drinking blends and if you like maybe a sweeter whiskey, but keep in mind this is not like too terribly sweet. It's just like, you know, it's got those nice citrus notes in there to kind of balance out the sweetness, but it's got this nice intense honey flavor, which I know a lot of people would absolutely love. But for me, I think it's a very nice dram. It's priced pretty well for a 15-year-old, and you know, it's pretty darn smooth for 86 proof, 43%. Overall, I think this is a very good single malt and a good way to get into single malts if you're, you know, used to drinking blends, as Lee said. So yeah, I'm actually going to agree with you and give it a B+ as well. It's just not complex enough for me to give it anything higher than that, but it's definitely well made and a delicious dram for sure.
All right, so that's it. You heard it from Jamison. You heard it from me. We're pretty much totally in agreement here with this Dalwhinnie 15. So big thanks to Jamison for collaborating with me here. It was his idea, and I think it turned out very well. So hopefully we'll do another one sometime here in the future.
Yeah.
And cheers to everybody out there watching. See you later, guys.